Hello everyone, it's Miss Cyran, and what we're going to do today is go over some of the basic information we discussed on transformations. What I have done is I have broken this unit down into 3 screencasts to help you review and refresh what we did with transformations. Let's start by going over the goals. The unit goals include students being able to identify and describe the 3 basic rigid transformations, being able to use both vector and coordinate notation to describe translations, to be able to identify and describe glide reflections and dilations, and also frise patterns, and finally for the students to create their own tessellation. So let's get started. What is a transformation? Well, a transformation is an operation that maps or moves a pre-image onto an image. Here in the bottom left of the screen, we have what looks to be like a plus sign. That is our pre-image. Once we move that pre-image, it now has a new location, and we now call the shape the image. What are rigid transformations? Well, rigid transformations can also be called isometries, and they are transformations that preserve lengths, angle measures, parallel lines, and distances between points. There are 3 basic isometries. The first is reflections, followed by rotations, and lastly translations. In today's screencast, we are going to focus on reflections and rotations. The second screencast will pick up with translations. What's a reflection? A reflection can also be called a flip, and it is a transformation which uses a line which acts like a mirror. Here are 2 examples. In the first example on the left, the line of reflection is a vertical line. This is called a horizontal reflection. If you notice, each of the red points is the same distance from that line of reflection, as are the green points and the blue points. Now in this picture, the images are not marked, so we're not sure which one's the pre-image and the final image. But either way, the points are the same distance from that line of reflection. The same thing is true over here in the picture on the right, which shows a vertical reflection in which it flips up and down. Again, notice the points are the same distance from that line of reflection. Now, rotations. A rotation, also called a turn, is a transformation in which the pre-image is turned about a fixed point. If you look at this pre-image on the screen, our fixed point is going to be right here. Let me demonstrate a rotation. Notice our pre-image rotated around that fixed point, which is called the center of rotation, to give us our new image. That concludes this screencast on rotations and reflections. The next screencast, as I said earlier, will pick up with translations, and the last one will deal with glide reflections, frise patterns, and tessellations. I hope this was helpful to you, and I look forward to you seeing my next screencast.